Before we begin this scrum-diddly-umptious review of Wonka, I want to give a special shout-out to my own little army of short orange minions, John Borg, James Gibbons, and Bradley Amiel Julian. Thank you so much for being my patrons. Thank you for supporting me and bringing my unhinged opinion on film and movies and television to the world. And best of all, thank you for that sweet, sweet money. If you would like to become a Patreon and support me for less than the cost of an artery-clogging fast food snack every month, the link to do that good deed is in the video description below. Also, you may have noticed that I was conspicuously absent last week. Well, the truth is, I had let's just call it a medical misadventure in which I lost nearly half of my blood supply. And blood is kind of important. But I am back. I'm trying to get as many reviews pumped out as possible, but I'm still suffering from fatigue, and as you can tell, I'm very pale as well. Because I'm white. But also because I lost a lot of blood. For those of you who knew about my medical misadventure and sent well wishes, I want to thank you. Thank you so much. Your prayers and well wishes were heard and appreciated. And those of you who didn't know, how dare you? So, let's talk Wonka. They made a prequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, a film that absolutely no one asked for. After all, wasn't the origin of Willy Wonka just the most interesting part of the Tim Burton remake? Didn't it have us all glued to the edges of our seats just so this chocolate icon could be demystified and his origin made all the less mysterious? I can't tell you how I watched that film in theaters thinking, it's so cool how this magical chocolate man is being made a lot less magical right in front of my eyes. I really hope that someone somewhere tells the story of a twink Willy Wonka one day so that all the mystery is squeezed out of this character like a big fat blueberry once and for all. But could anyone actually do this? Is there anyone in Hollywood that is so morally bankrupt to just pull back the curtain and make Willy Wonka just a normal, everyday bloke? Is there a man or a woman in the world mad enough to assassinate Willy Wonka for good? Of course there is! This is the studio that killed the Justice League, after all.
Nothing!
Wonka is a 2023 musical fantasy starring Timothée Chalamet, Kaya Lang, and Hugh Grant. Kinda. It tells the story of how young Willy Wonka began his career in chocolatiering through song, dance, and shenanigans, all while battling an evil chocolate cartel, a corrupt police force, and a slave-driving laundry service, just to get his foot in the door. Okay, so the man is selling chocolates that make you fly, and they have a problem with this. Never once does one of the rival chocolatiers try to buy the formula for him. It's just, oh no, chocolate that makes you fly? That's not proper, Pip Pip Cheerio, English things. I'm sorry, Willy, we already have candies that make you feel like you're flying. They're called drugs. So, my thoughts on Wonka? It's fine. It's actually nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be, and dare I say it, it was actually good. Trust me, I'm as shocked as you are. Timothée Chalamet is perfectly charming as Willy Wonka, capturing the goofiness of both men who preceded him playing the part, but never quite achieving the quiet madness of Gene Wilder, and thankfully never approaching the creepiness of Johnny Depp. Chalamet, at most times, feels like he's doing a high school production of Willy Wonka, and I don't mean that as a slight against the actor. I think he's fine. I think he's a uniquely entertaining and talented man. We've seen his work before. The dude has got the skills. But many times his performance is stilted and artificial in Wonka, like he's mimicking someone older, someone with striking blue eyes and curly hair. He just does not fit into the role, and I really think it's the dialogue, not the actor. There are moments that this Willy Wonka sounds more like P.T. Barnum than a chocolatier. So unfortunately, as much as I like Timothy Chalamet, I just think he was wrong for the part. Still, he gives it all in a performance that ranges from awkward to genuinely good at times. I also believe that Wonka commits a narrative sin in telling the story from Willy Wonka's point of view. To me, the two Chocolate Factory movies worked and worked well because we were following a central character, Charlie, into Wonka's wild world, a world that is slowly revealed to us as we discover it along with our protagonist. Wonka decides to follow Willy from beginning to end, and as a result, the magic and mayhem are muted. The character is demystified and made more normal. This is a baffling decision because we had a point of view character right there, Noodle. Noodle, a young girl who serves as Willy Wonka's business partner, could have been that central character we were looking for. A young girl who happens upon a mad chocolate man struggling to sell his magical sweets to the public and getting slapped down by the chocolate monopoly. Through her, the magic and mystery of the character could have been preserved, perhaps even enhanced. It wouldn't have taken that much alteration to the script either, as Noodle was already in 80% of the dang movie. I don't get it. I just do not get it. Why do studios think we can't handle mystery anymore? There's a reason why Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka is still considered the best one. It's because his Willy Wonka is the least explained. His Willy Wonka could have whipped out a machete at any moment and chopped through those children like Anakin Skywalker, and I wouldn't have really been that shocked. He just had this sense of mystery and even danger to him. I really wish that could have been preserved in this movie. Okay, so that didn't work. But what did? Well, this movie looks fantastic for one. The art direction and set design are amazing, creating a wonderful juxtaposition between the grimy streets of totally not Paris and the heavenly gates of the Emporium. The music is also a lot of fun. Wonka plays off nostalgia for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but never really overdoes it, save for the design of one Oompa Loompa character and the reprise of pure imagination that, to be honest, at the end of this movie, it feels earned. I also enjoyed the supporting characters, in particular Kyla Lang, who takes what could have been an annoying character and turns in a pretty fantastic and understated performance that really works. And I want to highlight her because I don't really think she's going to get the recognition that she deserves because she chooses not to steal the spotlight from Willy Wonka or match his intensity or madness. She plays the part as a straight woman, and I feel that if she had played the part any differently or any more bombastically, it would have ruined what worked in this movie. So, this young woman deserves all the props that we need to give her. And more people do need to give her props. The three evil chocolatiers are also a delight, as is Rowan Atkinson as a corrupt archbishop who uses his church to cover up candy crimes. It's complicated, okay? Keegan-Michael Key plays a police chief who gets fatter and fatter as the movie goes on because he gets bribed in chocolates. This one really didn't work for me, as it felt mean-spirited, as though the movie was fat-shaming, which, honestly, it's a bit icky. Didn't we leave these jokes behind in the 1990s? The musical sequences are admittedly some toe-tappers. Not a one of them was bad, and a few of them are genuine earworms. I didn't remember a single song from Disney's Wish, but I was humming A Hatful of Dreams on the car ride home. Are any of them masterpieces? No. But you're at least going to enjoy them for as long as you remember them. In the end, Wonka manages to achieve a few crumbs of magic that the original movie delivered in dump trucks, but it never achieves anything memorable on its own. You're not going to remember Willy Wonka selling chocolates on the street with the same love as you remember the first time you saw The Chocolate Room or that pants-wettingly terrifying boat ride that followed. Overall, if I had to lavish praise on this movie, it's that I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. But it's still just fine. Nothing terrible, nothing amazing or memorable. It's fine, and I liked it. In 10 years, I probably won't even remember it was a thing because when it comes to having ambition, I think Wonka played it too safe, went too far with taking all the magic out of a mysterious character, and never had that one scene that could have made it iconic. It comes close a few times, but never really goes far enough. In the Chocolate Factory movies, chaos reigned, but in Wonka, the chaos is reigned. Still, if anyone out there was seriously expecting Wonka to be anywhere near as the same league as the Gene Wilder classic, you're taking crazy pills. So just leave the crazy pills at home and go enjoy Wonka for what it is. An enjoyable, yet forgettable footnote. And that's it for Wonka. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Do you have ants in your pants? What if our knees bent backwards? What would chairs look like? If you agree, drop a comment. If you disagree, drop a comment. Like and hit that subscribe button like you woke up and an Oompa Loompa was stealing your stuff. That'll teach him. We are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dreams. Be sure to tune in next time to find out what Jason watches.